I never served in the military, like a military kid. I know with my dad, like he was getting deployed constantly, like 9 months in Iraq, being shipped out to the Philippines for months for training and everything. I always saw that as normal because my dad first got deployed when I was like 5 or maybe 4, and he was gone for close to a year. It sucked not having my dad around, but I just grew up thinking that was normal. But for my parents, and they really shielded me from this, it was much more difficult for them. But I, especially like at the end of my time in Okinawa and then in Virginia Beach, I had made so many good friends and they all lived like super close to me. And it's just, I don't want to move. Let's just do one more year. Because I think we were only supposed to be in Okinawa for 3 years, but we extended into a fourth. And I was like, let's just do it again. And I didn't really understand that wasn't something that was super in my parents' control at the time. And that made
Hmm.
me really frustrated. My best friend, he's literally right across the street. I don't want to move. I guess like probably 6 or 7 different schools growing up. Had very varying degrees of the amount of friends that I had. I think everybody wants them to stick, but at the end of the day, like if you move to another country, time zone is 12-hour difference. It's really difficult for them to stick. And like you're going to be making new friends and maybe for a couple weeks or a couple of months you keep in contact. You send a message every once in a while, but I do think they're just destined to die out. And it's not the end of the world. Again, there's always going to be new people. When I started high school in ninth grade, that was when I like really noticed, oh, everybody has got their friend group for 5 years, 10 years at this point. And that was really isolating. I had various degrees of like how many friends I had. And those two moves were like into Chicago and then into Northern Virginia. Those two were pretty difficult because it was the start of like middle school, the start of high school, a big transition in life. And then on top of that, there's all these cliques that like you just have no idea about. And it's a completely different structure than the elementary school or middle school before it. I do remember like really struggling with that. And I think I ended up like isolating more those years, just like staying home playing video games because it wasn't like elementary school where it's just you're thrown into a new class and you're going to be having rotating students. Somebody's moving every 2 months. You're going to have a new student move in every 2 months. I think it's actually one of the things I value most in life. I think the whole point of us being here is just making those deep connections and really getting to know one another. I've never really connected the dots, but I always had to just assume at any moment we could be told we're packing up and leaving, and I got to leave all my friends behind. I got no idea what's going on with my parents' work, much less my friends' parents. I have no idea if they're going to be leaving a month from now. So I think just to avoid getting like too hurt from losing that attachment, maybe there was some struggle growing up with, fully trusting this person that I'm telling all my closest secrets to is still going to be here